Hey everyone, this is Rob from SportRx, and today we're going to talk about cycling glasses. Just a quick little brief history on why I am going to tell you about cycling glasses. I've been a pretty avid cyclist since 2007, did a little bit of velodrome racing, not much at all, had a pretty bad crash at the track, did a lot of organized centuries, do a lot of those kind of Grand Fondo type of rides, been on my bike many miles, also do some trail riding, mountain biking, commuting as well. I just love bikes, and I feel like if you're on two wheels, life is better. I've also been in the sunglass industry since 1996. I've been a certified optician since 1999, and my life is about prescription and non-prescription cycling glasses. So that's why I'm going to tell you about cycling glasses. All right, so the first thing we want to talk about is what makes a cycling frame a cycling frame. Like, why is it important to have a frame specifically for cycling? What are the ingredients? What's the definition of having a good cycling frame? And there's a few things that you really want to consider when getting a cycling frame. For me, first, most important thing is coverage in the cycling position. What you really want to make sure is that when you're on the bike, especially a road bike, especially aggressive geometry, if you're on a TT bike or a triathlon bike and you're in the drops or in the arrows, a lot of times with regular glasses, when you're kind of in that bent over position, you look over the top of the glasses. So you really want to make sure that there's enough coverage around your eyebrow. There's an arch kind of system here so that when you are kind of bent over, you are not looking over the top of the glasses, which would let wind in, debris in, won't give you the sunglass tint. If they're prescription, you're not going to be looking through your prescription. You're going to be seeing the frame sometimes. So a true pair of cycling glasses was designed in mind to be worn in that cycling position so that you're not looking over the top of the glasses and you're not looking through the frame as well. So these are obviously not rimless glasses, but they were designed, these are the Oakley Jawbreakers by the way, so that you really cannot look over the top, even in a really aggressive kind of geometry. And most true cycling sunglasses are gonna have features like that, so that it's really hard when you are in that position to be looking over the top. It's really annoying to have that frame in your way. It could be distracting, it could be bothersome, it could be unsafe. So that's a really big important feature right there, to make sure you're not looking over the top of the glasses while in that aggressive geometry. So the next thing for me that's really important is having straight back temples. The reason why I really like straight back temples is if you have your helmet on first, which is how most people do it, and then you put your glasses on. If there's a hook, if it's like an old school regular pair of glasses and you have to have a hook, you're kind of just trying to struggle and figure out a way to get it in there, and then the strap system and the retention system and the hook, and it's all just kind of a jargled mess. So having straight back temples is the way to go. And yes, you're supposed to wear your temples over the top of your straps for coolness Euro points. So that's another important factor, is having that straight back temple. The next really important thing for me is rubberized nose and rubberized temples. You do not want these things sliding off on a descent. You don't want to be messing with them, constantly pushing them up and down, off and on your glasses. Hopefully you're going to be sweating a little bit. Maybe you're much fitter than me. You're not sweating up the hill, but I am. So I like a lot of grip. Definitely need rubberized grip, the more the better, on the temple and the nose piece. So real true cycling glasses are going to have a lot of grip there. So the next thing, of course, is going to be coverage. You want to have a lot of wind protection, a lot of debris protection. These are the tried and true Oakley racing jackets, used to be called the Jawbones, and these things are basically like little shields for your eyes. And again, can't really look over the top. Even though there's a frame up there, it's got the straight temples, super comfortable, and a lot of rubberized grip, and then you're getting full coverage. You really don't want to have anything bothering your peripheral. You want to have basically this is like a windshield, right? I mean, you're out there in the elements and you need to have a lot of coverage. So that's going to make a big difference for fit on the glasses. I think that's just about it for truly what's going to make a cycling frame, and probably the thing that people don't think about and overlook, and then it bothers them when they're on the bike, again, is that over the top when you are in that cycling position. So that's about fit on the frame. So the next important thing to think about when choosing cycling glasses is the tint on the lenses. And my slogan on this is more pop and less stop. Contrast, 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 contrast. I'm an optician and a cyclist and bike enthusiast and not a safety expert, but into safety. And I continuously see people wearing really, really dark lenses on their bike. And to me, that is a no-go. I would always recommend to err on the side of a lighter lens than a darker lens. And here's the situation that I explain a lot to people. We'll be doing a long, hard climb, maybe a 7-8 mile good climb, maybe Honey Springs here in East County, San Diego. And you'll be climbing that thing and it'll be a nice warm day and the sun is in your face and you wish you had the darkest, most mirrored, most polarized lenses on earth to get that sun protection while you're doing this long, brutal, enjoyable sufferfest of a climb. And then you get to the top and you crest it and you're coming down the backside, or you're just turning around and coming back and doing it out and back. And now that sun's not in your face and there's shadows on the road and there's debris on the road and somebody dropped a beer can on the road and there's potholes. And having that too dark of a lens at this point is gonna mean that you're not seeing all that stuff as much as you possibly can be. In and out of the shadows, especially in and out of tunnels, a lighter lens is gonna give you more contrast. If the ground is gray, if the shadows are gray, if the potholes are gray, if it's a gray day and you're wearing gray lenses, guess what? Everything's gray and you're not gonna be seeing everything out there. So don't worry so much about how dark the lens is, but the right color and the right hue and the right tint and the right contrast on the lens is gonna be, in my opinion, much, much more important. So I do not prefer dark gray lenses on a bike, even here in sunny San Diego, California, where it could be really bright and a little bit brutal. So for example, an amazing lens is gonna be like the Oakley Prism Road, which has this awesome rose tint to it and was specifically designed to help bring out the pop and the contrast on the road. Definitely want to go with more of like an amber lens, or a, on the inside of this lens is not as dark as the mirror is. Sometimes you can have a cool mirrored look, but the lens isn't gonna be that dark. Sometimes they're gonna have a blue tint. I prefer the blue tint over the gray tint, even though it's still a dark lens, because it's gonna give you that contrast. So don't be afraid of going non-neutral. Neutral lenses are gonna be more of a gray lens, and non-neutral lenses, rose copper lenses, amber lenses, orange lenses, yellow lenses even, for a real overcast day is gonna be more your friend. So you wanna get as much contrast as you can out of that lens. I think that's all I gotta say, except contrast, 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 more pop, less stop. Don't be afraid of a lens that's a little bit too light. Oh, maybe I should add this. Photochromatic lenses are pretty cool. A lot of companies are coming out with photochromatic, self-adjusting lenses, transition lenses as they're also known, so that the lens actually changes throughout the day for you, so you don't actually have to think about stopping and changing your lenses, or did I bring the right color lens out for the day? And also, a lot of these lenses are interchangeable, so you can have different lenses for different light conditions. I think that's it on lenses. All right, so now that we learned a little bit about me, Rob, and we learned about frames and how to pick a correct cycling frame, and we learned that contrast lenses are our friends and we don't want to go too dark, and there's photochromatic and interchangeable, let's talk about some of our favorite cycling glasses. So I'm just gonna start on my left over here and kind of work my way over and talk about some of our favorite cycling frames. So right here we got the Oakley Radar EV Radar. This is the pitch model. The EV stands for extended view. We do have a full video on this pair of glasses, and what I love about the extended view is that it does give you an extended view. Really hard to get over the top, like I said, that's really important. They have venting, unbelievably comfortable, lots of unobtainium. That's Oakley's term for the rubberized grip. The hotter you get and the more you sweat, the stickier and tackier unobtainium gets. One of my favorite sentences. This frame will come in a variety of colors, and it is available with the Prism Road lens. This one is brand new. This is the Oakley EV0 range. These things are big and comfortable and unbelievably lightweight. If you're after super lightweight, if you're a weight weenie and measuring your tubes to see which one's the least amount of grams, you're gonna love this frame. A lot of coverage, unbelievably lightweight. Almost feels like it's so lightweight it's gonna fall off, but they stay on really well. I like this guy as well. Really cool frame. That's the Radar EV range. Sorry, not the Radar, the Zero. And then we got the tried and true classic. I personally have 8 pairs of these glasses from my collection. Still one of my favorites, still rock them. Tried and true classic. This is the racing jacket. Started off being known as the Jawbone, has unbelievable interchangeability, vented lenses, really comfortable. We have at least one full review video on this frame, and I think we're probably gonna have to do a new one. That video is a little bit old now. This frame for me is like a perfect, just sits right in my eye socket, just gives unbelievable wind protection, never slide off, never slip. I probably put in, I would say, at least 20,000 miles in different pairs of these glasses over the years, at least. Still pick them out of my collection all the time. I just feel like they just work. Love them, especially for mountain biking as well. The racing jacket is just a great tried and true pair of glasses, and very, very durable. I've beaten up those things a lot. What a lot of the pros are wearing right now in the Peloton, I believe the first 3 stages of the Tour de France this year also were winners were wearing the Jawbreaker. This one has amazing interchangeability, unbelievable coverage, not rimless, but still designed specifically for the cycling position. So this pair really stays in place really well. A lot of coverage, vented really well. I've had a lot of trouble fogging these up. I've been wearing these lately on the bike, even wore them a couple times mountain biking. Really like this pair of glasses. The Flak 2.0 XL can be used for a lot of sports, but actually is a really popular cycling pair. Sometimes people want something just a hair less aggressive. Not that I picked out a less aggressive color for this video, but this glass is gonna do a really good job. And if you still want a sporty pair off the bike, obviously they're not a tuxedo pair, but these are a little less cycling roady looking. So the Flak 2.0 XL is another really popular one from Oakley. Then we got the Pivlock series from Smith. Some of the best value, in my opinion, in the industry. This is right now the Pivlock Arena Max. There's also the non-Max, which is not as big for smaller faces. These have adjustability on the nose, so you can actually make them wider and less wide, narrower. They come with 3 sets of lenses. They are interchangeable. Amazing price points. You're looking around $180, $160 on some of these radars with 3 sets of lenses, a hard case, not radar, sorry, Pivlocks. These guys are really lightweight, really comfortable, and completely rimless, right? So you're getting amazing peripheral vision, and again, they work great in the drops. I have the original Pivlock that came out many years ago, and I still rock that one. I really like these glasses. Then you got the Bolé Sixth Sense. This is, again, gonna be almost totally rimless. They have a little bit of a bar right here. What I really like about the Sixth Sense is the adjustability. If you have a really hard to fit nose bridge, this nose bridge is actually adjustable. Really lightweight, just a clean, sweet pair of glasses. Just a nice, simple pair of glasses from Bolé. Also very lightweight because of the frameless design. And then we got some Rudy projects over here. This is the Trilax. This is the unbelievable vented lightweight pair of glasses. Again, these have interchangeable lenses, but also adjustable nose pad, which is really nice. And they just kind of feel like nothing when you put them on. You almost forget that you have glasses on when you have these on. Haven't ridden them yet personally. I plan to, I hope to, but just playing around with them in the office and reading some other reviews about them, I can see why people are really liking this pair of glasses. And then this is one of my personal favorite Rudy projects. These guys are the Agon, and these are not quite as lightweight. They're super lightweight, I mean, considering sunglasses in general, but compared to the other Rudys, they're not quite as lightweight, but they have adjustable temples, they have adjustable nose pads, they have interchangeable lenses, they kind of have more of this half design, and I find these give me great coverage and really hard to fog, so another fan of these. And then can't talk about cycling glasses without talking about Tifosi. Tifosi's gonna be all about value. If you don't wanna spend crazy money, if you're more of a 105 kind of person and not an Ultegra kind of person or a Dura Ace kind of person, the Tifosis are built to last, they're built to work well, they're kind of a no thrills in the marketing world, but gonna give you amazing quality and value, bang for your buck. This is a new one called the Crit, and it was named appropriate. I think you can do a lot with these glasses. They're vented, they're lightweight, they have adjustable nose pads. The temples actually, to me, feel like they have just a slight adjustment as well. Come in a bunch of cool colors. This one's photochromatic, so a great option if you're trying to save a little bit of money. So I don't know which one of these would be my favorite. Luckily, I got to play with all of them, but there's 10 amazing pairs of cycling glasses. Get all of them? Well, I hope you guys learned a lot about me and cycling glasses and cycling frames and cycling lenses. By the way, here at SportRx, we do sell all these glasses, of course, but if you have prescription needs, we are the experts in prescription cycling glasses. That's basically what I've based my whole career on. We would love to hear from you. You could always email us at info@sportrx.com. We believe not just in talking the talk, but pedaling the pedal. And if you're not fueling up with APX sports drink, you really should be. Google these guys. They're amazing. Later. Thanks for watching that video. Subscribe to our channel over here. Check out our latest video right somewhere around there. Please like this video, or don't like it if you don't like it, but put something down there. But you should like this video, and then check out our website. Our awesome website is right over here, sportrx.com, baby. And don't forget, on your face or in the case, that way you don't have to replace.